Was it so? Was he up? Diggy? Was it? It. Y'all niggas. And oh, that's fuck shit. Fuck.
Welcome, 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 guys. This Shanita.
Day is off radio production with the number one show in the land, nothing but
But the
the truth.
truth.
All right, we want to talk about a few things today, and the narrative of the show today is
Does it, does,
Shanita named the show today.
yeah, guys. So I named the show today Nothing But the Truth, episode 54. Does the same rules apply to men as it does to women? The reason I named the show that because I was reading all the controversy online about Clarissa Shields and Papoose and how a lot of the viewers are coming after her for dating Papoose because he's still married, yet the viewers are celebrating Cardi B, who is pregnant by her new boyfriend, Stefan Diggs, and she's still married. So a lot of people are celebrating her. They're celebrating her pregnancy, but on the other end, they're bashing Clarissa for it. So that was one of the reasons why I was like, do you guys think? Because I posed a question to Big Jeff and our studio engineer, and I was like, do you guys think that there's a double standard? Was it okay when Cardi's husband was cheating on her? Did you guys have that same energy towards him, or you know, is there a double standard in versus a woman can do it or a man can do it, but when the woman do it, now that she pregnant, but he cheated too, is it okay for her? What do you think, Big Jeff?
That's why I don't believe in the word everybody use called cheating. Because when a grown up makes a grown up decision to do whatever, that's their decision. It don't have nothing to do with, that's my opinion. It don't have anything to do with, me. I want to do this. You wanted to do that, or I was forced to do it, or I was led to do it. No, when two grown people get together and call themselves doing whatever together, that's something both of them wants to do.
Right.
So to say cheat, relationships are based on a lot of things. First of all, you got to understand if you're not 100% real in the beginning with the person that you're so-called trying to be in a relationship with, and what I mean by that is, if you haven't told this person damn near everything about you as to who you are, how you'll do things, why you'll do things, what you will, what you won't do, if you haven't shared all of that with them, the relationship is damn near bogus anyway. Because now you got to learn as you go. You know what I'm saying? As to what type of person you're dealing with. Now, on the other hand, if you knowingly know what type of person you're dealing with, coming at the gate, then that's on you. Whether it's man or woman, that's on that person. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know a woman is the type of woman who, pillarly posts, or she don't have an initiative to be in a relationship, as far as on a one-on-one base, you got to have a certain mindset to deal with that.
But they were married.
And allow it. Okay. Now, if you married and you go out and you explore the world, you still a human. You still a human, man. You still a person who has interests. You know what I'm saying? There's, I'll never say that it's one man per woman. That's a lie. All of us know that's a lie.
I don't believe
It's
that's
one.
a lie.
Hey man, listen. It's 20 women to every man or more.
So you think all men cheat? That's
But
what
it's
you meant.
all. But it's one woman. You can sleep with 100 women. You can sleep with 1,000 women. It's always one that has your heart. It's always one that you will goddamn jump off of the Empire State Building for.
Is that right?
It's always one. And it's vice versa with the women.
I don't have that one like that.
You ain't ran into him yet. But you'll run into him eventually. It's a man out there that hey man, he can make her move, man. I wouldn't give a damn if she was on a coma. everybody has that one person, man.
Not a
You know,
coma.
everybody has that one person. You know what I'm saying? So being married, it's wrong to go outside the relationship. We ain't gonna get that twisted. It's wrong to go outside the relationship. But if you should happen to do that, that's something you wanted to do. Ain't no, it's no reason. You can't say, okay, I went outside the relationship because you ain't treat me right. Get a damn divorce then. If it's that serious, don't put somebody else in the relationship to cause more problems. Because one thing y'all women got to understand about men, y'all don't really know how a man feel about you. Y'all don't really know how we feel about y'all until some of us have to lose y'all in order to realize I care more than I showed. Some of us can say it with no hesitation and show it. It's just different ways that people show their feelings and emotions. So I don't think that women are more emotional than men.
I don't either.
I don't think that. I think we 10 times more emotional than women. That's how I think. I
You
feel
guys
like
don't show it. So.
we just don't show it, man. And that's a issue I've always had and expressed to a lot of guys that I talk to or whatever. Hey man, it's okay to share your feelings with your girl,
Right.
especially your wife. She should know how you feel deeply. So it's not a thing to where it's called it's a cheat. No, the cheat. They I think that's the wrong word that they put that type of definition to.
What should it be?
You understand what I'm saying? Hey man, you're an adult. You doing what you want to do. When you're not married and you're in a relationship, they say you're fornicating.
Right.
Shit, you ain't gonna have no win.
You ain't gonna have no what?
You don't have any win. You don't have. If everything got to be done based on you being married.
What? I mean, biblically.
Biblically, that's what we be told.
Yeah.
But I know some people been in relationships 20, 30, 40 years, ain't never thought about going across the line to get married.
Well, you
and
got
got
Oprah
damn good
instead.
relationships.
Yeah, like Oprah.
Got better relationships than some of these people who have been married.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all in the people. It's all that paper just justify that. Okay, now we become one. Supposedly, we supposed to become one
It's supposed to be sacred.
when we get married.
Right.
We got a piece of paper that if the house burned down today and caught on fire, that piece of paper ain't gonna mean shit. We just got it.
Okay. It does mean something to some people.
It mean, I ain't saying it don't mean that. It means something. I'm just saying that shouldn't be the issue. That shouldn't be the most important part of the relationship to where a woman and a man can say things I have heard husbands and wives say, I own you. You mine.
Oh, no,
What
it's
the hell you
definitely
mean
not
you
about
mine?
ownership. That's crazy. That's possession. That's toxic.
So no, some people just feel like that. Some people just feel like that, man. So you can feel like you being something is bad in your relationship to where, okay, at the first sign of trouble, I can, I'm gonna go on and jump the broom and I'm gonna throw the broom back in the house and I'm gonna go out here and do what I got to do because I ain't being treated right. Some women use that as an alibi. That's an alibi to me. You ain't being real with that. Because if that's the best thing you can come up with because you got caught, something wrong with you, sister. Something wrong with you. You got caught, and the first thing you can come out your mouth with is, well, you don't treat me right, so that's why, huh?
Like
So that means you're not talking to your man.
well, it's like you said, it's all
You're
about
not talking to your man.
that's what she wanted to do. Like
She
you said.
wanted to do that.
Exactly.
You know, and what we got to understand as people is, and I say this a lot, it's one environment that I feel like men and women can be in, and you can not you 95% somebody is gonna deal with somebody, and that's a co-ed environment. In co-ed environments, somebody gonna sleep with somebody somewhere down the line, sooner or later. You know, because we as men, when we're in these work environments, you know, and some women, when we're in these work environments and, you know, we wind up seeing somebody we like or we dig, or you know what I'm saying, they got a little swag about them. It's something that makes them attractive to us. We start shooting our shot. And when you shoot your shot, a man might shoot at a woman 2 years on the job. She don't give him no play. But at the same time, at home, she might be having an issue with the old boy.
Like what kind of
You know, so anything, it can be petty shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just an issue. You know, to where she feel like she ain't being treated right, or he feel like he ain't being treated right, or, you know, things just ain't clicking like they used to. But you got somebody at work you can talk to. You know, they making you feel comfortable to talk to them. You know, y'all can kick it, y'all can laugh, y'all can, you know, shoot the shit with each other. But you being vulnerable as a woman, you not thinking on a, okay, well, them he trying to lay down, because he's not showing that. He, you know, and when he do show it, you don't see it because your mindset is not there at that time. Then all of a sudden, one day, he try you. You know, he come at you with a conversation to see how you gonna respond. And when you respond, if you respond the wrong way, he gonna feel like, oh, I got her. It's just a matter of time. You know, it's just like fishing. We're gonna throw the reel out there and with the bait on it, and we're gonna see what fish gonna bite.
That's what you
You know, so when y'all bite, then we snag your ass and reel you right on up out of there. Scale your ass, put you in that hot grease, and there it go. And there it go. You know, and it can go the other way too. Now you got some women who scout the men too now.
That's true.
You know, it go both ways. So, you know, a co-ed environment, that's a hell of an environment to work in. That's a hell of an environment to work in. You know, so we got to be mindful as adults. If you content at home, it shouldn't be nothing you can talk to your better half about and work it out, come to some type of, you know, solution to the problem, whatever the problem is. I don't give a damn if it's shooting marbles.
All right.
You got to work it out. You got to work it out. You know, and then, you know, you'll be sitting around your girlfriends, or the guys will be sitting around the fellas, and everybody be talking, well, communication is the key. Well, goddamn it, use that. Use it. Don't just say it, use it. Don't sit around everybody in okay communication and then don't do it, because you know it. You know it. That's not something that you should have to be told. You know, so to be married, you know, that's real. That's a sacred that's a sacred part of life that you're supposed to cherish. You know, and you know, like you say, it's biblical. You know, so you living up on the guard with that. So it is no option. If I ever get married, my wife do not have an option. You know, at the first sign of her doing anything outside of that marriage, man, or, you know, or within the marriage, rather, and get caught or whatever, it's over with then. Ain't no working it out. And I want it to be the same way on her bad. You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep the scale balanced.
I'm definitely
You know,
like that.
we can't, you know, we ain't gonna straddle the fence, cause at the end of the day, see what gonna happen is it gonna turn into a tit for tat. You know, whoever done it first gonna hold the other one accountable.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? To where, okay, you did it on me, so that's why I did it back.
And I hate tit
That's
for tat.
bullshit.
I hate tit for tat.
You know, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. So
yes.
you know, it's a whole lot that come with the woman side of the ball and the man side of the ball. You know, we don't have as many let outs as women do. You know, y'all can call, you know, y'all are easily misled by your girlfriend sometime. You know, so
And vice versa. And you,
with
you
the
guys
men,
are too.
yeah, we misled a lot, but not like y'all. See, y'all believe in y'all girls to the end, to where they can say some shit, man, and y'all chew it up, man, and digest it like shit. You know, and it's the same way when y'all get to believing in these ministers who kicking it.
Ooh, now that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you come home and you telling your husband what pastor said. Shit, pastor don't live him.
Okay.
You know, pastor can only tell you what pastor done experienced in life. He can't tell you what's going on in your household and how to handle your household. You know, so it's all in how serious you take your relationship. You know what I'm saying? If it can't be worked out, that's a problem.
It's a big problem.
That's a problem. That don't have nothing to do with, you know, why you go out and do this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day now, you know, I always say you never leave a person for a person. Because it's not going to be right.
That's true.
The relationship is never going to be right. How you figure a man going to trust you if he maneuvered you away from the man that you were sleeping with?
That we can agree on.
You know what I'm saying? How do a man feel like if he messing around with a woman and he wind up leaving home to be with this woman, she gon' think that his ass is trustworthy? It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. And you know
It's not gonna
say you lose them. What they say, you lose them how you get them. Something
Hey
like that.
man, you can lose them how
Like
you
the old
get them.
people
The
say.
way
The
way
way
you
you
get
get
them, that's
'em.
how you keep them.
Something like that.
That's how you gonna have
Like
to
if you
keep them.
take somebody else, man, then somebody gonna
Shit.
take them from you pretty much.
Hey man, sooner or later.
Yeah,
So, you know, but you gotta be able to take the game you play.
that's true.
You gotta be able to take the game you play.
Don't do anything that you wouldn't want the other person doing. That's just it, period. If you don't want her texting or doing anything that would offend you, then show her the same respect and don't do the same way. I'm her says men don't be wanting to talk. It's like pulling teeth.
To start the conversation and let the conversation go into what you really want to talk about. You know, you have to learn the person that you are in a relationship with, to know what, you know, to know what you have to do to get that person to respond, or, you know, get them to talk, to release. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you gotta, you know, we have to understand when you just meet a person, if they've been in a relationship that, they didn't talk a lot in, or, they didn't, them and their better half, wasn't communicating like that, then you have to, once you see it, you have to acknowledge it. And then you have to figure out a way to make that person feel comfortable, man, so that they can talk or release. Some people, some people have to be pushed to talk. Some people you can just start the conversation shit and they'll come right on in. It's
Different strokes.
it's
for
not
different
pulling
folks.
teeth. It's just you got to figure out a way to make the conversation
Engageable.
and share it. You got to share that conversation. You can't say, okay, we only did that, nothing, that's it. No, man, that shit don't go like that. It don't go like that. You got to share the conversation. When a person shut down, they shut down for many reasons.
She said it's I'm her said that it's a double standard. The man can do whatever. The woman always take the bulk of the shame.
No, that's not true. You take it because you want to take it. You don't have to take it. So now that's something you got to deal with. If he don't want to talk, hey man, make him live it. Make him live it. And when I say make him live it, I don't mean cause havoc. I mean, let him see what you see. Let him feel how you feel. You know what I'm saying? When he says something, don't talk. Or don't respond or whatever. And then you have to let him know that I just want you to see that this is how I feel. For me to want to talk to you and you shy me off.
I have Divine Empress 41 says she doesn't agree, Big Jeff. God honors marriage. She said that's not acceptable. If you are in a relationship, that's right. I agree with you, girl.
What? I'm listening.
That God honor marriage.
Yeah,
marriage
I'm
is
not.
honorable.
I'm not saying marriage is honorable and the bed is undefilable.
That's right.
But at the same token, if that's why I say if you go outside the marriage and get caught, your ass supposed to be divorced right then.
So what do you think about those poly couples? You think that the undefilable part is that like say for instance, if you're married but you both give each other permission to introduce someone else into your relationship, is that the part of the undefilable, or do you think that's borderline? What do you think?
That's swinging.
But it's swinging.
That's swinging.
If it's okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with marriage. That's swinging.
But if it's okay within the marriage, that's not what? How is that categorized?
That's categorized as swinging. No more, no. That's swinging, man. Once you marry a person, that's the person that you chose to be with for the rest of your life, regardless. So if you go into a marriage and then all of a sudden you want to add people into the marriage, your ass wasn't ready to be married.
That period.
Neither one of you was.
I agree with that.
You weren't ready to be married because I don't know too many women, and this just me speaking, that want to share their man. Now what's gonna happen if you let him invite a woman into y'all relationship or into y'all marriage or whatever the case might be, and he wind up having more feelings for her than he do you.
Yeah, I don't play games like that.
Or
they say you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
That's
I
it.
don't play like that.
And get with some of them. Well, I ain't gonna say that's stupid because that's heaven sent.
But I do know people that do that.
She wind up getting pregnant.
Right. And then you look
and now you mad.
Right, and you can't get pregnant.
Why you mad?
Yeah. It causes issues. It opens a door for
a lot.
Drama.
A lot.
Basically. Because you can't control what happens. You can't control if the lady is pregnant, or it's certain things that you can't control, but you giving them,
You can
giving that
control it.
permission to open that door, though. What
You
I'm
can
saying,
control. It's called birth control.
you're inviting, drama, extra drama into your relationship.
Man, you're inviting everything in your life when you do that.
But I do have a very, very, very good friend that participates, and he's married, and they do that.
Well, to each his own, but that's not honoring what God has written. God said multiply. Now, he ain't say marry everybody to multiply. Amen. Nah, you can't. That ain't what's happening. That ain't what's happening. That's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing to where you have to give and take in a relationship. It's a give and take situation.
It could be a give and take.
So
though. What if okay, like what if the wife say, okay, well, because this is okay. This is okay. As long as I meet the person, because that's what's happening in that relationship. But
if a wife is cool with that, with her husband, and he cool with it, hey man, that's to each his own. But they're not honoring what they supposed to be honoring.
according biblically.
Thank
right?
you. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, knock yourself out. If that's what pleases you, tickle me plumb to death. But that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to go. So, but you got to remember too now, at the end of the day, you got to be able to continue to play that game.
I think that men can't take the drama. I think that men can't take the same type of, like, I think they can do whatever they do to us. I think they can't take it back.
Hell no, we can't take it.
I think
we
they
can't
take it back worse.
We can't take it. We can't. What man you think want to see another man plunging his woman? Shit, me. But you out there accepted if that's the way you plan. You want to live now. What?
If he love me or not? I would be like, I don't know if he love me. If he let that.
But you introduced it to him now. If the woman introduced it to her husband, and he wind up going along with it, then now his mindset gonna be real messed up unless he just don't have a conscience. Because if I allowed my wife to introduce something like that to me and I participate in it, who's to say one day she might not say, well, okay, now I brought a woman into the relationship, now I want to bring a man in the relationship.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, oh, Lord. You right, oh,
but
Lord. He ain't going for it. He's not going for it.
Hey, if she can
So
let you do it,
she
then
she got the edge. But you gave her the edge though to do that. You gave her that edge because that could have, and that's gonna make you start thinking, well, this her playing all the while? Cause see, y'all women will do shit like that. See, y'all will do the shit backwards. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all feel like, okay, I'm just like I say, I'm gonna drag him out there, so I can use it as a weapon when I want to do it, when I want to really put what I want to put on the table.
I wouldn't approve such foolishness.
So that shit become a two-headed sword now.
But
it become a two-headed sword. So
I don't think because I read a comment that Offset had made about Cardi B being pregnant, and he was like, "You still married?" Like, and he put I think he put a clown emoji, and it's like, "But you cheated too." So,
but if they separated, are they separated or are they
separated.
Still sleeping in the same house in the same bed?
They're separated. She has a whole new boyfriend.
Okay, well, they separated. If she got pregnant, then that's on her.
That's what I'm saying. Guys can't take the same thing that they do to us.
No, and then he could be saying that for a different reason too. Now, it ain't necessarily got to be because he jealous of her being
Oh
in a
no,
relationship.
no,
Or
I don't know
he
about
got a
being
problem
jealous,
with her.
but
He could be looking at the fact that, well, you know, we gotta look at, they are artists.
if he cheated
They artists
first,
now.
it's fair
So
game.
yeah, I'm not speaking on that. What I'm speaking on is they are artists. They're artists. They are people who supposedly, as everybody say, are influencers.
Hmm.
So if she has a fan base, and if that fan base consider women,
Right.
it's gonna consider young women too. It's gonna consider young children, female children
Hmm.
too now, because you got 8, 9, 10-year-old young ladies who look up to Cardi B. So if they following her and studying her like they do, and they see this type of behavior, some people are so entwined to these artists, man, to where that hurt them.
Right.
You
They're
know,
saying in the comments that most women have a work husband.
a work husband.
I might have to agree with that one. A work husband.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
I gotta agree with
See,
that.
that's what a co-ed environment is about.
Yeah. Most women
You know
have.
what I'm
I had a
saying?
work husband. And,
You gotta understand, man.
Yeah.
It's just like coaching. We used to tell the parents this when I was coaching.
Hmm.
You come to the school, your child get in trouble. They're athlete in school,
Right.
and they wind up getting in trouble in class or whatever, and then the parents come to the school, and you telling them what the child is doing, what the child have done, what the child been doing, and they tell you, my child don't do that. My child ain't like that. My child this and my child that. I know my child. Okay. How much time do you spend with your child every day?
Well,
You understand?
But people know,
but-
some kids not gonna act the same.
No, but this is the point. What I'm trying to make is, we spend more time with your child than you do. The teachers, the coaches, everybody that's a part of that child's life on the education level spends more time with your children than you do. You know what I'm saying? Your children see you. Some of our children see us before we go to work in the morning. Some of our children don't see us at all because we be going to work when they get up.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So they're in another person's company for at least 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day.
Right.
When you see your child, man, it's bedtime. Or they, especially if they got extracurricular activities going, like playing sports or being in the band, being involved in something.
Right.
When they come home, it's 7 or
is.
8 o'clock.
This is awesome. That's why we need two
You know,
parent households.
You done came home, you done took your little bath, you done ate or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, or cooked something for the kids and this, that, and other. But you in your bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
You in your relaxation mode.
Right.
So when the kids come in, yeah, you might say you got in the homework. They say, no, you ain't gonna check that shit. You ain't gonna check it.
You right.
You ain't gonna say, well, okay, y'all come and sit down with me and we gonna sit here and talk for 2 or 3 hours so I can see what, how y'all day was in school and this, that. You're not gonna do all that. You tired.
True.
But they've been with these other people all day. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, why would you come to a school and a teacher trying to tell you what your child is doing, whether good or bad,
no.
and you make a scene saying that your child wasn't this, that, and the other, when you don't even see your child.
Well, I agree.
When you
with
don't
on
spend that kind of time with your child.
Well, you still gotta know your child though.
No, you can know your child, but you can't say, my child won't do this, my child won't do that.
Right. I see what you're saying.
You can't say that, man, because you can't watch your child 24 hours a day,
But I done had some
8
demonic
days a
teachers
week.
that I wouldn't believe nothing they said. Then
You know
I've
what I'm
had some
saying?
good teachers who I would believe in everything they said.
Yeah, so it go both ways. But at the same token, you still have to think as a parent. You still, when it comes to your children, you still have to think as a parent, man, to the fact of, well, you know, however they feel about however you do, or however you know, make decisions on what's best for them, they got to live with it.
Right.
They got to live with it, because at the end of the day, if they get themselves twisted up in something, you got to live with it.
You gotta, right, exactly.
But you got to support them. You know what I'm saying? You got to support them.
Gotta support 'em.
I'm not going to uphold my kids in wrongdoings
Right.
and then turn around and try to, you know, be a damn lawyer for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, tell me what my child has done.
And a lot
You
of
know what I'm
people say
saying?
that, right.
You know, tell me what done happened, what's going on with my child, and I'll be the judge of that.
How does it work with adult children?
You know, the same way. Adult children, they still your children, regardless. You know, that's a job we can't retire from. You can't retire from being a parent. So you might as well just go on and enjoy the ride. Keep being a parent. Keep being a parent to your children, regardless, because at the end of the day, man, you gonna have to be there. You're gonna have to be there to support them. You know, no parent is gonna just take their children, man, and just throw them by the wayside.
Right.
That ain't how it go. You know, and those who do or have done that, that wasn't the right thing to do. I won't give a damn how bad your children get on your nerves, how bad the children irritate you, whatever they doing, however they talking. This, hey man, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You got to still be a parent. You got to still be a parent. I'm not gonna let nothing or nobody distract me from being a parent, because I'm gonna have the best interest of my children at hand at all times.
And do you think people think that because your son is a celebrity that you owe them an explanation?
Hell no. For what? I don't owe nobody an explanation for being a parent. Why?
Not for being a parent, but like for say, for instance, like all the stuff that's going on right now with the rappers, with Young Thug and that Banks interview. Do you feel like, as a parent, you talk to your son, you tell him a parent to a father-son
to a
relationship,
son.
right?
When I talk to my son, I talk to my son on two levels. I talk to him on the level of a father to a son, and I talk to him on the level of a man to a man. And I tell him what I want him to know. I explain to him why I'm telling him what I want him to know, and give him a clarity of every any and everything that I talk to him about. And then I leave it alone. And then I leave it alone because, you know, in his lifetime, in all my sons' lifetime, not just him, in all my sons' lifetime, in all my children's lifetimes, I have always told them, the only thing that I can do is tell you. You understand? It's up to you to go out there and make the right decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit don't fall on me if you make a bad decision.
Exactly.
You understand? You know, because I made bad decisions. But did that make my mother be a bad mother? No. Because she gave me the morals. I went out there and fucked up. I went out there and, you know, used them improperly. You know what I'm saying? So we can only trust them with the morals that we instill in them and hope that they make the right decisions. But you know, we still gotta understand they human. Everybody makes mistakes. Some people make mistakes and keep making them. Some people make mistakes and they learn from them. Some people make mistakes and, you know, they'll say, well, okay, I fucked up then, but it won't happen no more. And then go do the same dumb shit.
Right.
You know, because a lot of us got to get out of the mindset that just because it haven't happened to me, it can't happen to me.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and then when it do happen to you, then you understand what the last person who it happened to went through. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you always put yourself in that person's place. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, everybody got to understand, man. It's easy for we can go sit in a courtroom. You know, I'm not gonna even use the system. We can go sit among a group of people right now, and listen to everybody talk. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the conversation, you're gonna hear everybody's opinion about what's being discussed. But how many people do you think out of that group of people is gonna take the solutions, gonna take any of the conversation to a hold and say, okay, then I'm gonna put this in my life this way, or I'm gonna try to do what we talking about this way? It'll be very few. It'll be very few that's gonna take some of that advice and use it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's sad, but it's true.
Right.
We can sit around, man, you know, and the shit is so disgusting at times. We can sit around each other and it can be 20 people and everybody can be talking about something negative. And the conversation will last for 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, hour and a half. Everybody will be putting their 2 cents in. But as soon as somebody start talking about some real shit, the room start getting empty.
Quiet.
You understand? The room start getting empty. People wait till somebody else start talking and they slide out the room. You know, until it ain't but 1 or 2 people still sitting there having a conversation. You know, you're going to hear I got to go pick up my children. I got to go pick up my girl. I got to go do something right quick. I'll be right back. Because people don't want to hear the truth. It's hard to listen to the truth, man, and listen to real. And it's because a lot of people have been listening to bullshit all their lives. They don't know how to listen to real. They don't know how to hear it. You know, so we gotta always be mindful of a lot of things that we do, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
We
how
gotta
it
be
affects others sometimes.
and how because it's gonna affect other people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we hear it every day. We hear negative shit every day, but people dress it up like it's something good to hear. You know, some people that good. Some people be that good. Now they can make that shit sound so real. And at the same token, they're using it for a weapon. You can't do that. That's straddling the fence. Just be real.
Should be real.
Just be real, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we just, you know, we got to start being a people again. You know, and I say this all the time, man, you can't say it enough. Once we start back being a people again and stop trying to use other people's
Mistakes to
I ain't gonna say
elevate
mistake. I'm gonna say let's stop using other people's controversies
to elevate yourself.
to elevate yourself.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yup.
if that the case, talk about somebody else. Talk about a lot of people. You know, just going to be a news broadcast. You know, make it worth your while. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can listen to bullshit. But that don't make it true. It just stink. That don't make that bull crap smell good now. That just make the odor stronger cause they rubbing it. But if you let it sit, the scent won't be that strong. So just let it sit. You know, it's a lot of things going on, man, right here in our city, right up under our noses.
It really is. It's a lot.
And we more interested in talking shit to each other than we are on trying to bring shit together with each other. That's the problem I have with a lot of people. You know, you can't keep, you know, people got to stop just, hey man, you know, we gonna use this today, we're gonna use that tomorrow, we're gonna use this, that, and third the next day. Hey man, just be real. Just be real, man.
That's right.
Talk about something worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, because everybody can talk nonsense. Who can't do that? Who can't do that? Who can't just sit back and talk about bullshit all day? Who can't do that? But what's a solution for the bullshit? You know, let's come up with some solutions for the bullshit. Let's come up with some solutions to make the bullshit be more of a fertilizer, like it's supposed to be, than just a pile of shit. Cause everybody want to play in it, but don't nobody want to spread it and watch it make the grass grow. Don't nothing come to a sleep but a dream. And sometimes them be nightmares. You know, we just gotta stop playing the game, man. You know, the game is meant to be sold, not told. Some of these games that we listen to, you can't get a quarter for them. You can't get a dime for them. You can't get a nickel for them. Because it's the same game. You know, everybody go on the internet every day, or you look at your phone every day, and you see something different. You know, it be worded different. I'm going to say that. It be worded different. But once you open it up, it's the same old shit you done heard before. It's old. So, you know, when you run out of things to talk about, that's what you do. You start back bringing up old shit. Mm-hmm. You just name it different. You just name it different. You know, so, and once you put it out, and somebody phone ding, and they see it, and they look at it, they thinking something else done happened, or something else done went wrong, or, you know, this, that, or the third. And then when they open up, man, this the shit these folks were talking about 6 months ago. They just named it something different.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You know, they did word search on you We're going to, it's no different than, us as coaches. Everybody run the same plays. We just call it something different. We name it something different to fit the team. We make them, it becomes, the playbook is an identifier for a coach. And he teaches it to his team. That's how we call plays. That's how the players know how to block the situation, how to read the situation, the whole 9 yards. That means something.
That means something.
But if a coach went out there every day and said, y'all just line up and we're going to throw the ball around for a minute, and, when we get tired, we just going to sit down and bake a cake, all this old monkey shit. And at the end of the day, you ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned nothing. Not one thing.
Not one thing.
So, we gotta be better. We gotta do better.
Oh, I see it, 11:30.
We gotta do better. So what else we got?
I was asking her what time, but I see it on the flyer. I couldn't see. I don't know why I couldn't see it at first.
Tomorrow, did you tell them about the?
So tomorrow, the family of Malachi Mitchell, the guy that was murdered inside of the vehicle in Douglas County.
And the guy rode around with him in the car, with his body in the
Yeah.
car, dead.
His family is having a. I'm sorry, I was reading. I was trying to make sure I was right on the time. His family is having a protest tomorrow.
In Douglas County.
Douglas County at Truce Bank. The address is 5641 Fairburn Road, Douglasville, Georgia 30134.
Say it again.
5641 Fairburn Road, Douglasville, Georgia 30134. 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. His family is having a protest and in his honor because the DA in Douglas County ruled that his death was
Homicide.
that it wasn't a homicide. She ruled
Really?
that the person murdered him in self-defense,
Really?
although he was shot execution style 4 times in the back of his head.
Wow. That's why we got to bring unity back to the community, man. It was self-defense. A man got cited self-defense for shooting a man in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
So who was the aggressor?
There's only one person to tell the story. You think he gonna go up there and say, "Oh yeah, I killed him"? The evidence shows he was shot in the back of the head. However, the DA, who got on national or local television and made a comment saying why she ruled the way she ruled based on evidence, but how about she said the date wrong, the date of the incident? She said 4 days earlier than when it actually was.
Wow. Because it was stripped.
It was rehearsed. It was
It was stripped, man.
Right.
She reading from a strip. So that's the game they play with us.
Yeah.
This
So,
game, and we run around trying to do something to each other. For what?
right.
For what?
We already got, the system already set up against us. So instead of trying to bash one another,
Gotta pull
you
them
ain't got,
in
hey,
out
like the
way.
old people say, if you ain't got nothing good to say,
Don't say nothing.
just don't say anything. Right.
Don't say nothing.
nothing at
know.
all. So that's going on tomorrow. And I also had posted earlier on my Facebook, on my Instagram, that the Fulton County District Attorney Office has now been permanently removed from persecuting President Donald Trump. Which I said, I know that's a victory for Team Trump. And I know that's not a victory for the Fulton County team, but like I said on my post, it must be two Americas because how is she? The whole entire office is not good enough to prosecute the president, but they can prosecute everybody else.
Everybody else. There you go.
Right. It's either all or none. Are they
Improperly.
Are they corrupt?
And it's improper.
and they prosecuting wrong, or
Yeah, they are.
just was prosecuting wrong just for the president, like So that's what I was saying. Those are the double standards in the two Americas,
Mm-mm.
that I talked about. So yeah, Fonnie Willis is turning over the evidence to a new council that will be
Good.
appointing someone else to. And we know it's fixing to get dismissed because he does have a great attorney. He has Steve Sadal, who's also Ghana's attorney. So he has a great, awesome attorney. So those charges is about to actually go away, and we all know it. But we thank you guys for tuning in today. We're sorry we late. We had some technical difficulties today. But we will resume on time. We will have a guest next week. Next week we will start at 6:00. We will have a guest in studio, and then on October the 3rd, we're having Courtney Kramer in studio.
Yeah, Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney has committed.
We gotta get Courtney in. She committed. She's running for DA. For Fulton County District Attorney.
You know what I heard? I heard something really funny this weekend. I heard that somebody had sent me. They said something about someone said it on a podcast that Courtney ran for DA because she was supposedly promised from you to put her in office, and she thought that you were bigger than what you were.
Really?
What? That was so hilarious when I heard that. I'm like, no, you must think he's bigger than what he is, because we met Courtney after she had started her campaign. We met her at Revolt, right? Yeah. We met her at the watch party.
Didn't even know she was running for DA.
We didn't know who she was. We didn't know who she was running for DA. That's something.
Well, that just slander people put out, man. So let me. I hate to go him, but let me give everybody a good narrative of who Big Jeff is. Big Jeff don't portray himself to be all that. Big Jeff portray himself to be for righteous. I stand up for what's right. You know what I'm saying? No matter who like it or don't like it. I stand up for what's right. I support people in what's right. I'm not gonna try to mislead nobody. I'm not gonna try to, take advantage of somebody because of situations. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Throughout our trial, throughout the YSL trial, I had a lot of people that wanted to talk to me, wanted to try to do, they little personal interrogations, as I call it, with me, that asked other people to come to me and ask me could they talk to me, you know what I'm saying, for what? I'm not trying to get no rise off of a damn trial that's being portrayed to damn make decisions on these kids' lives. Not just my own, but all of them. Big Jeff was standing for all of these guys, not just mine, not just my two that was in this case. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting for all 29 of them plus the rest of them that was sitting in Wright Street and in other jail. So we're not going to get it twisted. We're not going to get it twisted, and I made it known that that's what I was doing. Because that's who I am. That's who I am, man. And, behind trying to do things righteous, you're going to always get those people who are going to try to put some negativity on top of it. But you can't feed into it. You can't feed into it. You know, and me, I'm a big player in I'm not gonna entertain bullshit. You know, so you know, people say a lot of things about me. A lot of things about me. And it ain't just starting now. It's been like that all my life. And it's because of how I am and how I carry myself. What somebody say about Big Jeff, man, I can care less. I can care less because it's talk. You know, you people got the right to speak their opinion, but that don't make it true. That don't make it the gospel. You know, so when you speak on Big Jeff, know who he is first. Know who I am. You know, when people speak on me, man, that just let me know that they don't know who I am.
Right. I say that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so why should I entertain him?
Exactly.
You know, I'm not gonna entertain bullshit. Cause a lot of these cats, you know, and I'm just being real when I say this. They speak a good game, but they don't really want to see Big Jeff, man. And I'm saying that straight up. A lot of these cats speak a good game, but they really don't want to see Big Jeff, man. They don't want to see Big Jeff. Definitely don't want to see Big Jeff on the bullshit. Trust me. And that's not a threat, that's a promise.
Exactly.
That's a promise.
And you weren't even part of the campaign team.
You know,
so.
and I'm by myself every day. I'm by myself every day. I don't claim games. I don't initiate for games. I don't put myself in a position to feel like I'm a gang member or none of that. So we gonna leave that right there. So I don't care if somebody speak on Big Jeff and what they think about Big Jeff. You know, that's something that's been going on for years. That's been going on all my life. And anybody who gets stuck in in a dream like that,
You wanted to believe it.
you something got to be wrong with you because it's a dream. It's a dream, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Jeff is not perfect. Jesus was perfect. Jesus was a perfect man that came to try to save us for his Father. They crucified him. So how in the hell can I think I'm better than Jesus for somebody not to talk about me? I got to be better than Jesus, man, for somebody not to talk about me. I'm glad people lose sleep talking about me. I'm glad of that. Keep talking about me. Keep talking about Big Jeff, man. Big Jeff ain't mad. Big Jeff cool with it. I'm cool with it. Just don't step across that line too tough, though.
Lean with it, rock with it.
You know, just don't step across that line too much now. You know, I give you one thing Big Jeff do is he'll let you get that rope and hang your damn self. That's me in a nutshell. But I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. That's on my mama. I ain't never scared of nothing or nobody. You know, so you know, we gotta stop people from thinking that they can just do or say what they want to do without it being some backlash or without it being something done about it. I ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. I ain't tough. I ain't tough like that.
Right.
I love my freedom.
I'm saying.
I love my freedom unless you put me in a position not to love it.
Okay.
But other than that, I love my freedom. And I'm always on go. Always on go. So I just like giving people what's the right of what's going on and how things should go. We need more of that. So if a person got a problem with, well, if people got a problem with me being truthful to people, hey man, knock yourself out. Be mad. Be mad. Have a problem with it. It's not gonna stop anything. So have your issues. Have y'all issues, man. Just, hey man, just live with it. I live with it every day. I've been living with it for 59 years, man. For 59 years. So what the hell I care about living with it for 59 more years? They talked about Jesus and crucified him. So what the hell make me better than him? So when somebody can show me that you can stop people from talking about you, I'm gonna think you're bigger than God, cause He can't even stop it. So if you can show me somebody who can stop people from talking about a person, man, please let us see them. Bring them to the forefront. Just remember, man, everything somebody talk about or everything say about you, it ain't got to be true.
And it doesn't always
You know,
require a response.
So, and you damn sure don't have to respond to any and everything. So this is Big Jeff,
And this Shanita.
and we gonna pass the word today. And the word today is be happy.
Don't worry.
Don't
happy.
worry, be happy. Be happy, man. Make something happen every day. Try to.
That's right.
That's a good day. All right. So this is Big Jeff and Shanita, and we're coming to you from No Days Off Radio with the #1 show in the land.
Nothing but the
truth.
truth.
And we out.
What's your name? What's your name? Zabo? Ooh, that's different.